Hey, welcome to another video from SkinnyMedic. Recently I had the opportunity to go down to Big3, and while I was there I got a chance to play with UTM's products. They make some really cool training rounds. You're going to see, this is kind of a teaser video, but I was down there and got to run through their course with their AR and with their Glock, and really cool. I had a great time with these guys. So they make two different rounds here. One, there is no projectile and it's really quiet. It just operates the action, slide, things like that. But no projectile. So for a new shooter, I think that's really cool because sometimes they get scared with that loud bang, a lot of noise. So this is a really cool training opportunity for them because nothing comes out of the barrel, and you can even do this in your backyard, things like that, but you don't have to go to the range if you've got a new shooter that you're really nervous about. The other one is another that has a projectile, really accurate. Of course, close quarter accurate, I'll say that. But when I was shooting the Glock, shooting the AR, inside their close quarter area, it was shooting where I wanted to. So, kind of a simulation round. I don't want to use that term. I hate to use that term, but it's a training round. So, this is going to be a teaser video because I have some products coming to me that we're going to do a full review for, and I've got some really cool ideas how to use these in training. So maybe some carrying the fire type stuff. So really cool. So. Hope you enjoyed this part of the video.
Okay. Alright, so what we're doing now is we're starting off with the silent blank round. So you're going to get no projectile, but it's going to cycle the weapon.
Okay.
So go ahead and safety's off. There you go. Okay, shoot one more time. Good. So you're getting the cycling of the weapon. Nothing's coming out of the front.
Yep.
Get people used to the manipulation of the weapon, trigger control. Okay. Now we're going to the next step, which is going to be the noisy blank. So you're going to get noise but no projectile. Okay. So go ahead and do that. Okay, you got one more. Again. Okay, good. So now you got the noise, little stress inoculation. Right? Okay, and you either have, I'm not going to tell you, either have another loud blank in there, or now you have the projectile round. So you can take a student, go to the silent blank, the noisy blank, and now to go to the projectile round.
Bring your feet in. Lean back, and then rock forward out of the chair. If your feet were forward,
nice.
Your whole motion should bring back.
Good. You clear?
Yep, clear.
So you feel the recoil?
Yep.
See your group right there?
Yep.
Nice job. Right on it. And you can move back 15, 20 yards and still be just as accurate on that.
That's awesome. So like you were saying earlier, like this has been good for a new shooter that you're trying to show with. If I wasn't familiar with AR15 or even a pistol, you could run through and the loud bangs, scary noises.
Yeah, what's nice about UTM is that it has application. It's one of those products from a new shooter's never shot all the way up to like a tier 1 operator.
Yeah.
Because introducing the progression like we did, but also replicating an environment or clearing a house or things like that.
And what I like too is you said you could pick your rounds up again using for dummy rounds. So then where I probably need to, I know I'm weekends like clear malfunctions with this stuff, going through trying to run. So then I can do that in my living room. I can run that, or in your garage, something like that.
Yep. Weapons manipulations, reloads, treating malfunctions, that kind of thing. Shooting around barricades, all kinds of things. Great stuff.
When we were talking off camera, we were talking about like using this for training. Obviously, for my specs, I'm using this as casual collection points, doing care under fire and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean something that you do, which is it's great stuff, and you teach that individual skill. But the more that you can make these combined skills to replicate the environment, take what you're teaching, induce some stress by doing this in a realistic environment. Somebody's a concealed weapon holder and they get into a situation that's a real possibility. So you can kind of combine those two things together.
Absolutely, I think that'd be a great training aid because, like I talk about in my mass shooting stuff, that you have to stop the shooter first before you can provide care. You got to stop the shooting. So this puts you under stress because we know those fine motor skills are going to go to crap when you go under stress. So this puts you under stress, and then you can work on providing patient care and all that. You can really get to some cool training with this.
Absolutely, it's just another great tool to enhance training.
Awesome, cool. We'll shoot some more video in a second.
Okay, we'll get you the pistol too.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a real basic setup. We just basically have a wall here, and you can simulate your home environment. You can simulate being out somewhere. You have a patrol rifle. If you're a law enforcement officer, if you have this for protection, you do the same thing with a pistol. What we're going to do from here is, what I want you to do is use this as a piece of cover. Okay, and I want you to do your targets right there. I want you to roll out from your cover. Expose as little as possible. Good. Okay, again. Good. One more time. Good. How's that feel?
Nice.
Pretty cool, right?
That is cool.
Yeah. Does it get the real recoil, right?
Yeah.
You get the accuracy. Yep. And what's nice about it is me, if I'm the instructor, I can stand right here next to you, and we can go over things like, you know, keep your elbow in, you know, don't expose yourself, don't cross your feet, right? Things like that. Don't poke your rifle out like that. But I can stand right next to you and talk to you about that kind of stuff, just like you couldn't do in the live
Yeah.
Good.
You're gonna say this is the bad guy, or I guess no.
That's right, good. Good. Keep going. Yeah. Okay. First time I'm going to call a number out. The first couple of times, I want you to just from your seated position. I want you to, when I call the number, take your time, like and draw, get on your target, fire, stay on cover. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
17. Okay. Good. 16. Good. Okay, and if you had to reload, you go through a reload. But now, look how much area how much did it take to set this little drill up?
Yeah.
Did it make you have to think?
It did.
Did it induce a little bit of stress because you're thinking, what do I have to do? What do I have to do?
It did. Even like when that got hung up, I was like, oh, I'm hung up, and I was like, I need to freaking get up. Like it was my mind was like, all right, no, I need to freaking get up and get going.
But that's good stuff though, because it takes you out of that mindset of going to the range, doing everything perfect, shooting that nice little tight crew. The world doesn't happen that way. So when you're grabbing onto things and moving and stumbling over stuff, you can do that safely without worrying about somebody getting injured. But it's also good training.
No doubt. This is like a garage setup here, so this isn't even nothing fancy. You can set this up in the garage. You said it could go down. This whole setup, whole big thing goes into like double bags, right?
This whole setup that we have right here, you can pack down into a couple of duffel bags. But if you think about it, if you lined a garage with this, maybe left the door for a little ventilation, or you know, just set this up. And you know, if you wanted to, you can make walls and hallways like we have back over there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And cool.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
I appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Remember the right gear and the right training.